Thank you guys for joining. Oh, Gran is here supporting. Hi.
Hi!
Oh, how are you? You look
I'm
beautiful.
I'm great, Chris. Thank you so much for having me in this beautiful initiative that you created.
Thank you for accepting. And it's crazy because Instagram updated, and I was like, wait, how do I do live? I had to give me
Yes,
a minute to do it. So happy you joined. Thank you for being here. We have people coming in.
yes, that's so great. I
Uh,
think it's awesome, to have a space just to be vulnerable, to heal, to connect deeper with us, and also to share our story, to share our journey. That is one of the most powerful ways to awake, others people in their journeys also. So it's beautiful, to have this opportunity in general.
Yes, and I agree 100%. I think for me it was the same way. For me, it was when I started listening to people's stories and their
Mm.
struggles, and I was like, "Oh wow, I'm not the only one that was struggling with this, and this." And then them sharing how what helped them start a new way of life.
Yes.
That was so powerful.
Yes, and you understand that you're not alone in
Mm,
this and that we all have something to heal,
yeah.
So it also takes a lot of the pressure out of it when you understand that you're not the only one that has gone through this and that is temporarily, that is not something that is going to last forever for all of your life. It's actually a moment, and also when you have that mindset of how you see things, when we see things like a lesson and see
Mhm.
also what are we getting from it, everything changes. Your attitude during that challenge changes. And I think it's, yes, one important factor is to share, and
Mhm.
other is also to have the best mindset during the challenges in your life.
Right, right. And I,
Yeah,
I love what you said, going from that victim mentality, right? Because
absolutely.
it's like everything's happening to me. It's like, no, it's life. And what are you gonna do? And I think that's the beautiful thing about being more aware and awake
Yes.
about your past, the things that have
Hmm.
happened to you that really hurt you, that cause a lot of resentment and pain. And I think a lot of that turns, it doesn't take away the pain, right? But it redefines it, and it you get to choose now with a new awareness of how has that drained you, and then how can you choose. And that's why I'm excited for you to share even your tools, and like how can you choose a better way now that you're more aware and awake, so
It's
yeah.
true. It's true. Many of us take power from us.
Mhm.
We invisibilizamos el poder que tenemos. We don't visibilize, I don't know how you say it in English, the power that we truly have. And we
Mhm.
assume that position of victims, when we actually can create so many things and grab those experiences and transform it in our benefit for
Mhm.
our growth, during our journey. So, yes, we are all in this. So, of course, I would love to share part of my story.
Yes, I'm super excited to start. And I know that everyone has things going on, and that's why I love making this, 15 to 30 minutes, just, sharing your story and to being vulnerable regarding that, so someone can listen to it and be inspired to have changes, happen in their lives. So,
Yes, and
yeah.
and that I know that they're constant. That is the thing, that we're in a constant spiritual journey
Mm-hmm.
of growth.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is changing. We are changing every second, every moment. It's just that there are moments in life that hit you harder than
Yeah.
others. And those moments are the ones that make you probably have an awakening in a more rapid way,
Right.
you know
Right.
but during our entire life, we're receiving insights, we're connecting with people, we're creating experiences that allow us to grow and to be closer to what we came here divinely to give to
Mm-hmm.
humanity, to Pachamama. I
Mm-hmm.
consider that we all have a mission to serve and to tap into that journey and to be able to serve how we came here to do. We need to do our inner work. We need to first start inside. So we take out all of those layers of culture, of condicionamientos, of what society says or what society wants from you or even your family, or the many tags we also put ourselves without noticing, to be more untethered
Right,
and to
right.
be more aligned, with that, what is the calling of our soul, of
Yeah,
our heart, you
right,
know? And just
right.
to be so free in that way is so delicious. But I
Mhm.
also think that it's a journey, of life. Sometimes there are things that you're going to see and you will be able to heal, but in other moments, you won't see them until like 5 years, after,
Right, right.
so
Mhm.
it's like, I think it's a constant process
Right,
of growth. The
right.
important thing is to start it and to be courageous, to be
Start it.
courageous, to
Mm-hmm.
look inside and to know the different versions of yourself and embrace them how they are,
Mm-hmm.
embrace the light and embrace the darkness, and
Right,
understand that at the end of it, it's not even light or darkness, it's just you being human, you
right.
know that's
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
I love it. And even with that said, I would love to even start by asking you, what's your story? Like, what was it like before the awareness, before the inner healing for you, and what had you changed for the better? Was there a moment in time? Was it gradually? Was it something that someone
Yes.
said? So, how was it like for you?
Oh, it's such a deep question, Chris. Sometimes even to share stories so hard.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I think my story taps more into my family. My family have been the biggest teachers and the rough moments of my life.
Yep.
Both.
Can
you
relate.
know,
Yep.
oh my God. So it's like that relationship of love and hate,
Yeah.
that is strong, but without them, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today, But I know that I come from a family where I have a brother and I have a big sister and my two parents, and that they say that in every family there's like this sheep,
The
right? I
black
don't like
sheep of
I
the family.
well, I might say that I wasn't like the black sheep, I was like the rainbow sheep.
Yeah. You were different. Did you think differently?
I
Did
was
you?
I
Yeah.
was, yeah, because I was really just open-minded and I had my heart, I was really sensitive since little. I've
Yeah.
always been an empath,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes society tells you that it's not okay to share so many emotions,
Yep.
that you need to be rough, that you need to be tough, and
Mm-hmm.
actually by being vulnerable is that we are tougher, is that
Yeah.
we're stronger.
Mm.
And of course my family was really rough in that way, and I was like the one that was more sensitive, and probably they consider me as the drama queen of the
Oh my
family,
God, that happened to you too for me as well. They're like, oh my God, stop acting like a victim. Stop being so emotional. I'm like, I'm just trying to express
yeah.
myself. Like, why is this so
Uh-huh.
hard? Yeah, yeah. Same,
Yeah,
same.
so like in time, what happened for to me was that I was looking for approval. I didn't realize, and I was looking for the approval of my mom, of my dad, in every goal I had. So I wasn't taking the path and choosing my path with my heart, but with my ego,
Mm.
and from a place of suffering, actually, because it was like that little child that wanted to prove mom and dad that she was worthy, you
Yeah.
know, that she could make things happen, you know, even with this empathy and sensitivity, you know. And you know, it was a process that you don't know that is happening,
Right.
you know. You
You're
don't
just so
this is so
involved. Yeah.
unconscious, you know, that you're moving your energy and you're moving yourself from that place. um but I remember exactly that probably all of this healing process and change started to happen when I gave myself the opportunity to move in a different way, and that
Mhm.
was yoga for me. You
Got
know, it
it.
is for so many people, I think, life changing, and for me was definitely yoga and expression.
How
I started.
so? How so with yoga? Because I feel like there's also a lot of people think yoga, they can't really wrap their hands around it. What did yoga do for you that had you start having that awakening and that awareness?
Yes, yoga gave me a pause.
Got it. You see, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And with that pause came feelings and emotions, you know, and it came also those thoughts of understanding what was going on inside, you know, because
right,
sometimes we're so caught up in that go, 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 you
right,
know, that we don't realize what is going on inside.
right.
And you know, for me it was all related, of course, with this little wounds as child with my family and that need of approval from my mom and dad,
Mm,
that I actually broke from that pattern, and from, you know, I healed that situation.
mm-hmm.
Because everything, the thing over here, Chris, is that everything is so combined, you know. It's like the personal with the professional, you know.
Everything is connected.
Everything is so connected. So when I was like in that moment when where I wasn't healing myself and I wasn't so aware of my inner process, I got into this world of beauty pageants. I got
Mhm.
into the world of national TV, of being a TV host, and
Right.
that also, you know, captured my attention in a way that I said to myself, I cannot be here, I don't belong here, my energy and doesn't go here, you know. It's something that you're not completely and fully aligned. So it was in that moment like an atmosphere, a professional atmosphere that told me like, this is not okay, you need to go inside of you, you're not doing what you truly
Mm,
want to be doing, you're doing this to, you know, look for the approval of your mom, of your dad, of
there we
people
go.
outside, you
Right.
know. And and you know, and it was like that process that I understood that, okay, I need to move from place, I need to do things differently, I need to
Mhm.
start to connect with myself. And that was when
Right.
I decided to get completely out of all of national TV, of beauty pageants, and devoted my time to me. What do I truly want? What does make me, you know, what does make happy Maria, you know.
Right.
And that was since little service, it was being connected with nature, it was animals,
Mhm.
it was helping people.
Mhm.
And so I started, you know, to get myself more close to yoga. I
Mhm.
also started to meditate
What
and
is that
actually,
like to you, meditation? So that's another thing regarding the
yeah.
whole wellness community. Like a lot of people are like, meditate, meditate. I don't know how to meditate. A lot of the community here are in the beginning journey of that as well. So what is meditation? Like how do you even do that for someone that's just beginning?
Yes, well, I remember when I started, and I started with YouTube, actually,
Right.
you know. And I put this meditation of 5 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and just close my eyes, and that was for weeks, you know. But I knew that in persistence was the key. Like, if you're not persistent with your practice, you're not going to achieve the results that you want.
Right.
So from 5 minutes, I started doing 8 minutes. Then I started doing 10 minutes. Then I didn't needed YouTube, and I started putting more music of frequency, of different frequencies. And when you realize, you start entering in this state of more sensations, you're less out of your head, you're more present, and you start to realize that you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're the person that is sitting in the seat of awareness. You're pure conscience, you're pure love. You are born complete. You're never not complete. So from that place, you start to heal, because you start to be more aware of where are those little lacks in you that are mainly created by you, by stuck emotions and blockages that you need to let go, So yes, I believe that for me, it was passing from that lifestyle where my drive was coming from an ego place, from the need of approval, from a world that it was mainly based on appearance, that it wasn't so genuine, to a lifestyle of service and connection with myself and understanding of my process. And for that, I knew that I needed to be patient with myself.
And that I love that you're sharing this so much regarding appearance, because I feel like a lot of people on the outside, right? Instagram, it's like, it's all about, oh, her life is so perfect. She's so beautiful. She has everything. And I'm so glad that you're talking about this, because I think a lot of times, like, it needs to be shared that it's really, the physical is just, it's not it. That's not it. I mean, it's part of who you are, but the true work is about tapping into inside of you, healing, all of that. And you can look purple, green, doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's about connection. And that really is just like a 5%. And that leaves you so empty, because it's all about appearance, imaging, labeling, and it's all about ignoring your hurt, your resentments, all of these things, because you have the pretty face, right? It's easy to get that approval, but it's immediate gratification. It doesn't leave you that outlasting fulfillment that you're talking about, even in meditation, of just being aware and in consciousness of love. Like, that is so profound, and that's not physical.
Yes, it's not physical, Actually, I always, to everyone, try to say and communicate to them that what we see is only 1% of what reality of what this universe is. Everything else is created inside, is energy, so we need to go deeper into ourselves, and it's not even to find ourselves. We are always there, present. It's just to tap into that part of you that has always been with you and will always be the one thing that will always be with you, your essence, you know. So if you're not okay with yourself, you're not going to be okay with the world.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I love that realization, because you can be in Switzerland, you can be in Utah,
everywhere.
You can be in the mountain of the peak of like Alaska, I don't know. And it's like, if you're not okay with yourself, you're just there thinking about your ex-boyfriend, thinking about what happened to you yesterday, thinking about your mom, all this stuff, and you're not present in the moment, which I love that. I love what you said.
Yes, and it's presence, and I think that for everyone, we need to listen to our intuition. I remember that during this time that I was in national TV and in all of this atmosphere, I had a huge pressure in my chest. It was like, you're not okay. You're not
Right.
okay. You're pushing yourself. You're not aligned. Listen. Because when we don't listen, then our bodies start to somatize. I don't know how you say it in English, somatizar. It start to show all of those things that we're not saying, that we're not doing, but our soul wants to be saying and wants to be doing.
Right.
And we start to show that through sickness, through headaches, through, being really, really uncomfortable. So it's like, listen to yourself. I think the better our journey is when we listen and in a genuine way to ourselves and to our truth and speak our truth and be our truth and be our most authentic selves. And for that, yes, there are moments, that allow us to hit really bad the ground
Rock
and
bottom.
to rock bottom, that we're like in tears. I like always like in tears or like in bipolar, absolutely bipolar, that you're like, put yourself together. You have all of this.
Something needs to change.
You have like all of these versions of you in those moments of like crisis, and you also have that mentality of, okay, but this is teaching me, I'm growing from here, I'm getting a new version out of here. And that pushes you to go through and not to ignore it. And I think we all need to have that courage to go through pain, to go through those uncomfortable moments.
Yeah.
Go slowly, feel it absolutely all. Like, don't give chance to lose anything, because I believe that those are the biggest blessings that we can have.
Oh yeah, the biggest growth really comes from sitting with the pain, not numbing it. And
yes.
I'm such a big advocate because I used to drink to numb and escape, but you can do it anywhere else, eating or television or boyfriends or dating, like something to step outside of yourself. But it's like by sitting with the emotion and the pain and the like literally feeling it, like you're saying, with every ounce, that's how you're really gonna grow. So transitioning, what are you doing today in the wellness community? What have you start, being so passionate about what you do?
Yes.
Yeah, share more about that.
Yeah, well, a little bit of like the tools that worked for me to heal and that I still apply are like, of course, I do my yoga, I meditate daily, I do journaling. I love to journal. And if the people that are listening right now to this live have probably a partner, sharing with your partner, being vulnerable with your partner also helps you in the process of healing, because you don't heal alone. And I think it's wonderful when we gain a community or someone with who we can be so open and we can just also share this process of healing. It makes it easier for us.
Yeah.
Also, a book that I read last year, actually, The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Have you read it?
You know that I haven't.
Oh my God,
speaking to me, I know Greg talked about it last time. I have so many books but that book, so I'm gonna intentionally buy it.
It's unbelievable. It's life-changing. It makes you more aware of many more things. And
if you want to share, what are one or two things that you learned from that book that really resonated with you?
Yeah, it definitely, one thing that was huge for me was to truly understand that I wasn't my thoughts at all. That was a huge lesson from it, because we get so caught up in the mind. And actually that dialogo, that conversation that is happening in your mind is not even you, are random thoughts that are passing by, and you, being in the seat of awareness, are just experiencing those thoughts. So when we allow ourselves to see that clear, we don't attach then emotions to these thoughts, or we don't let these thoughts change our day. change our
Mm.
moments, you know. We allow ourselves also to respond and not react.
Mm.
So there's so many things, you know, that have as a base this understanding of you're not your thoughts, you know, and the same with your
Right.
emotions. Your emotions come by and you need to let them go, as everything in life.
Right. Instead
We
of holding
cannot.
on like so much and even being
Yeah.
ashamed of feelings, like things that come up for you. I know like a lot of things, like even anger. Like a lot of
Yeah.
times I feel ashamed when I feel anger. I'm like, oh, how can I? I'm supposed to be non-judgmental, this like peaceful person. I'm like, no, the anger
No.
makes me me too. And it's important to
Hmm.
feel that, but understand, like you said, it's not me. Like the
Exactly.
thoughts, it's not me. It's just
It's a
passing by.
moment, it's
It's a
passing
moment.
by, and it's to let it go.
Mm,
You know, like everything, I always put the example of the waves. You know, each wave comes in a different size, and when you try to hug them, you can't.
right.
You know, they have a natural flow.
I love
The
that.
same with us, you know, we need to learn to let go. You know, to let go is what is going to allow us to be more untethered, to be more
Mm,
happy, you know, to be
mm,
calm, you know. And to be untethered doesn't mean to not be angry or not to not experience sadness. No, it's to
mm,
experience all of these emotions,
mm,
but just let them go, you know.
mm,
Understand that they're not you, that they don't condition your future, you know,
mm.
or your present moment, but you can live them, you know.
Right.
That is part
Allow them.
of our journey as humans. Just
Right.
live them really good. So it's
Mm,
being flow, exactly as the spiritual libre passion says. Yeah.
yes, espíritu libre pasión. That's my mom.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah. But she's a huge advocate in flow like that, not holding on so tight. And going back to even how you were saying, like I've had friends that say, like, I don't want to be feeling this way. I don't want to be thinking about this person or, even resentment. Like we don't want to give that
yes.
any more of our energy, our time, but it's important to feel the anger, to be in it, like you're saying, but allowing it to flow in that way as well. I think it's very important, like you're saying as well.
Yes, and give
Yeah.
yourself power, you know. If yes, you can feel anger, but you still feeling anger have the opportunity to respond and not react, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
So it's also just to feel the emotions, but be aware during that moment that you're feeling those emotions. And
Mm,
even also when we have this burst, you know, suddenly of emotions, to understand, okay, what triggered me?
yeah.
Ask yourself the question. I
Mm,
think that asking ourselves the questions is that we can go deeper and deeper into ourselves and into those wounds that always have to do
mm,
at the end of the case with mom or dad, you
right.
know, or with our childhood, or a moment that was really tough for us
Mm,
since when we were kids. That asking these questions will allow us then to, okay, understand this is coming from this place. So
right.
now I'm aware of this. What can I do now? You
Right. What can
know?
now that's empowerment, right? That you take back your
Exactly.
power instead of giving it away.
Hmm. Exactly.
Right,
It's
right.
like, what can I do now? So,
Mm,
and also, this is going to allow us that every time it shows up, we will be less reactive to it, you know, and
right.
understand better, okay, what is the root? Am I doing the work, you know,
Mm,
until you realize that there's this moment where you just stop having it,
right,
you know,
right,
because you transform that wound into love. You gave love to
right.
it, you
Right. By
know?
giving yourself, then you're able to, yeah, love that.
Yeah.
So I know it's 7:31 and I want to
Yeah.
honor people's time and your
Yes, of
time.
course.
Do you
So
want to share anything else to wrap it up, even about your
yes,
work?
of course. We actually, Christy and I met in our mastermind program of
Mhm.
e-Gouverneur Evolution. That is, well, my partner and I decided during this COVID time to create a whole a space for ecopreneurs, for sustainability, for businesses that are heart-centered, and also have in them that love and respect for Pachamama. So we help ecopreneurs, we empower them with all the tools, with an online masterclass course. We also do the mastermind, that Christy is at, that is beautiful because it gives you a community that is supporting you, a community like-minded, that it gives you the opportunity to also do some network, to be accountable. We help you in that accountability with your goals, with that structure that probably your business needs. We also support you with it. So actually not recently, how do you say it? Sometimes I mix the Spanish with the English in my mind. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, soon. Yeah, it's the word soon. Soon we're going to open this new mastermind group for 10 persons. So if any of you are looking for precisely like a community, support for accountability in your goals, to have a better structure in your business, we're super open to receive you, and support you however we can. And, to create that life of purpose that you probably dream about, connected with your mission, and also generating a good income and a good impact, a positive impact in this world where we have a business that is not selfless, that is not only selfish, but it's actually selfless and is helping others and is helping the world. That actually is something that we truly need today. So so we're serving right now ecopreneurs around the world, and we hope you can also, all of you guys that are listening to this, can join us, and however we can serve you, you count on us,
Yes. And they can send you a DM or contact you.
They can send me a little message through Instagram, or even I have the link in my bio. So they can tap the link in my bio for a free 60-minute impact strategy session call that they can have with us, where we go over their business and then explore, many options of how to help them to grow that impact and to grow the income, and of course to do it while living a happy, positive life.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize that groups like we need each other to heal. And also how you're saying it's like by stepping outside of yourself, you're also healing as well. And you're making purpose out of your own healing, like stepping outside of yourself and doing service. I think that's the last step of it all. Helping someone else. So I'm part of it. I'm so grateful for it. It keeps me accountable. I'm like,
I love it.
Yes, accountability for me is huge because I have 1,000 things that I want to do, and if I'm just like, I have someone holding me accountable, loving me, not judging me.
Exactly.
It's like a world of a difference. So,
and we grow together.
Yeah,
that's the reality. And the big change this world needs is with us being together and creating it together. Yeah. And for that, we need to understand that to be in harmony with others, we need to be in harmony with ourselves. Yeah. So thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for opening a space, for, sharing this insights with people, this love with people, this journey with others. And I just hope that at least a little bit of my story could resonate in some of you.
If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell button so you're notified as soon as a video comes out. Make sure to connect with me via Instagram, where I share empowering content based on my life. I would love to get to know you and connect with you deeply.